Here, take this.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Untitled White at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
Hello, welcome to ENCORE, the Facebook Live platform on which we discuss all things love, marriage, sex, and relationships. They call me Uncle WHYTE, and I am dedicated in helping you become your best self. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, or those who are new to this platform, we do this every Friday from 12:30 GMT to 13:30 GMT. Now, many of you know me as a playwright and director and all that. What you don't know is that I'm also a performer. And this quarter, on the 1st of September and 2nd of September, and then the weekend after that, I'll be doing a one-man show, 2 hours of just WHYTE on stage, doing anything that you can imagine. The goal is this. Anybody you see leaving the National Theatre after the show, you see smiling and laughing because of the quality and the power of what they would have experienced. So I hope you'll be one of them. 1st and 2nd of September, 8th and 9th of September at the National Theatre. Today, we are discussing a very interesting topic. Love is mad, or the madness of love. Now, before we came on, I sampled the opinion of my team. Each of them, I asked them what the craziest thing they have done is like. Some of them became Kadi and walked all across Ghana. Others became night shift people who traveled transcontinental. There's one who even joined the Space Force and all that. But there's one person's experience that I want to share with you because it's so good and it's so true to who he is and everything. And he's so moved on that it is fun for us to laugh at his past. I know his wife is watching right now. So if you are watching, brace yourself for it because Ronnie, join me. Give Ronnie a mic. Let Ronnie join me. Well, this is Ronnie, one of the key members of the technical team. Ronnie has a very interesting story to tell. Ronnie, what's the craziest thing you've done in love?
You know, Uncle Ibo and the community. Now I can share it because it's past, like Uncle Ibo said. So there was this girl that I had a crush on, deep crush, and those times I couldn't walk. I wasn't that front to go and speak to the lady. So I've been monitoring her and got to know her schedules. And I realized that she swims. She swims at a place at airport called Sunspot. So one Saturday, I'd gone there, and I didn't know how to swim. I can't even swim to save my life. So I went there, paid for the swimming fee, and took off everything. You know, I didn't have a swimsuit because I've never been able to swim. So I had this panty that looks like swimming suit. So I've gone there, took off everything, and wore that pant and sat at the bank of the pool, and I had my legs in it and watching this girl swim about 10 a.m. So I was there like 10 a.m. So I've watched this girl swim out to about 4 or 5. Then when we got to about 6, I decided, okay, let me go. I've had enough of her. Then I went in the box where I kept my things, and it's been stolen. Everything has been taken. Now, I live at Kotoba. I've been this at airport. So I had to get home by all means. So what I did was that I walked through the prisons and through Jack and Jill. And when I got to our power, where power offices. I started jogging and singing, and I have a bit of bottle, so you can see. And I was so embarrassed, but I think that it was one craziest thing I did for love.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh. Ken, you're laughing more than everybody else. You want to come on camera? Oh, just come and share your laughter. Just the laughter. All right. Love is mad, or the madness of love. Now, love is the strongest emotion you would ever have to deal with. It's a kind of emotion that makes you lose control. It's a kind of emotion that can have very serious consequences. And it's the kind of feeling everyone wants to have. And yet it's also been the cause of the destruction of many people. Because it's so powerful that sometimes we need to be saved from ourselves so that we will do it right, so that we'll fall in love right. If you don't get the right help in how to fall in love, you may fall and not get up again. So that is why we put together this program, this particular episode. I'd like to begin by telling you a story that I picked from Greek mythology. It is the story of Odysseus. Odysseus is the Greek hero who performed all kinds of heroics, traveled, went through all kinds of adventure. Now, this is one of the experiences he had. He had gone, done his adventure, saved the world. He's coming back home to his wife, and then somebody gives him a hint and says, on the way, as you sail back, you'll come by an island that is inhabited by mermaids that are called the Sirens. The Sirens sing beautifully, and they are so pretty, and their island looks so beautiful that it will pull you in. They have such seductive power that they will pull you from your journey onto the island. But no man who has gone to that island has been able to sail away from there. That will be your destruction. That will be your end. So he's told, you've got to do whatever you can to save yourself from being seduced to go into this island. So when they were going to get to where the island was, Odysseus tells his crew, his sailors, that when we get to that island, please tie me to the pole. And no matter what I say, don't let me go. Indeed, the more I protest that free me, tie me with more ropes. And then when he gives another instruction, he plucks the ears of all his sailors with wax so they won't hear anything. And then they tie him up. And they get there, and true to what he had been told, the Sirens were beautiful and they sang so beautifully. And there was nothing he wanted more than just to go and be with them, even though he had been told that would be your end, that would be your destruction. He just wanted to go there. But because he had been tied, there was no way he could go. And because also he had put wax in the ears of his sailors, they were not hearing the singing to be seduced, and they were not hearing him either. So they were able to just keep on rolling, and that's how he got into safety. Sometimes when it comes to love, we need friends to tie us to a pole so we don't make a fool of ourselves. Because many of us have made fools of ourselves. And some of us continue to make fools of ourselves. And so that's what we're going to do. How do you fall in love without hurting yourself? Because many have fallen in love and hurt themselves seriously. How do you go through this madness without becoming mad? Without the madness getting to you and destroying you? Ronnie had just shared the craziest thing he's done with his, in love, in the name of love. My favorite craziest thing was a man who traveled. That was when I was a boy in Kumasi. The man, a senior, a high-ranking official of Cocoa Marketing Board, CMB, who came to Kumasi, met one of our neighbors at a funeral, took a liking to her, came home with her, and when he was leaving on Monday, left the official car and the driver with her. And the official car and the driver stayed with this woman for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. He came back and told the company that the car had broken down and it's at magazine. And the driver's job every morning was take this woman to the Asafo market, wait for her, and then bring her home. Now this is a grown man who had a family here in Kumasi, and yet he had been forced to transfer to Kumasi. 3 weeks later, he had had enough, so he calls Accra and says, "Something is going on. I don't understand. I'm here. What's happening?" And I said, "Oh, we thought that your car had broken." So no, the car has not broken down. So they sent another official to come and pick the car. This CMB senior official had heard the siren sing and had diverted his route and then gone. There's a case of a British monarch who abdicated his throne in the name of love. The interesting thing is that after he had abdicated his throne and married this woman, the woman divorced him. So that's by way of crazy things. Another one that I heard is the case of the young lady who tattooed the name of his boyfriend on her breast. And then 2 years into the relationship, the boy left her. And now her problem was not that the boy had left her. The problem was that the boy's name was on the breast. How was she going to explain to later boys? So I told her, fall in love with somebody with the same name, and then you'll be fine. There are people who have done blood covenant. You know, blood covenant where they cut themselves. This one cut and they mix the blood, and all kinds of crazy things. But so let's get going. How to ensure that you are spared the madness when you fall in love? How do you protect yourself that you don't make a fool of yourself? You don't destroy your future and your prospects just because love came your way at a certain time. Just because you were sailing past the island of the sirens. 1, fall in love with the right person. I'll go into details on that in that. 2, fall in love at the right time. There's always a right time to fall in love. And there's a time when you have no business falling in love. 3, fall in love in the right way. There's a right way and there's a bad way and a dangerous one for falling in love. 4, understand what love is not. Sometimes we put too much on love and therefore we deceive ourselves. 5, don't keep your relationship a secret from those who need to know. And 6, don't be ashamed to admit that it is not working, if it is not working. There are questions you should ask yourself before you surrender to love. And I'm going to run through a number of these. 1, do I love myself? That's the first question. Before you see somebody and you are so excited and your heart is pounding and you're wondering, what excuses can I come up to be able to be with this person? Pause. Ask yourself, do I love myself? Do I love myself? Because if you don't love yourself, love will break you. It will destroy you. If you don't love yourself, you will not be attractive in the long term for anybody. 2, do I know what I want in life? If you do not know what you want in life, love will not help you. You will become, nobody will respect you in a long-term relationship. 3, do I want to be married? Because if you fall in love, hopefully, then the end is that you want to get married. So, do you really want to get married? And if you do, why? Don't just say, well, because I am of age. That's a lousy reason to get married. There must be a good reason. And if you don't have a good reason for getting married or wanting to get married, don't worry. It is fine not to get married. So don't get in there. 4, am I ready for this relationship? Am I ready for sometimes the upheaval that love can bring? 5, am I doing this under pressure? If you're doing, there's times where everybody in your circle is in love with somebody. Everybody is in a relationship. So you too, you want to get into it so that you would not be the odd person out. If that is the reason, if you're under pressure, or your parents are saying that you're of age, you haven't brought anybody home, be careful, because when you jump into it and you're suffering, you suffer alone. No? Those who put the pressure on you will not help you. 4, do you feel you have to be a different person to get this person's acceptance? Do you have to pretend to be what you are not, just so this person would accept you? If so, he is the wrong person. 7, what do I really know about this person? And don't just say, I know him. No. What do you really? Sit down. What do you know? You know his name. How do you even know that is his real name? Do you know his nicknames? Why was he given those nicknames? What school? What school did he go to? What were his favorite subjects? What marks was he making? Was he a good student? Was he a bad student? Who are his friends? Where has he been? Where has he not been? What are his dreams and aspirations? Do you know any of these things? What does his parents do? If he's a boy, what kind of man was the father? Because he will grow up to be the father. If he's a girl, what kind of person is the mother? Because this beautiful girl will grow to be like the mother. So, do you really know this person? Have you heard his friends talk about him? What do they say about him or her? 8, how long have you known this person? When it comes to love, time is important because time reveals. So you met a person at a party and you struck it just right. Your chemistry was just right. That is self-delusion. Pause. Give it time. Don't fall in love on Friday and marry on Sunday. If you do that, you divorce on Monday. That is the principle of life. Love takes time to grow and mature. And in that period, especially when you give it time, you yourself get the opportunity to test the reality of your feelings. Because the feelings of love, they come and go. And they are often the work of chemicals, the chemicals in us. That's all. So it may not be real, and yet it may feel so real in the moment. Give it time. And time would show you whether it is real. Time would also show you whether the person is acting. Because nobody can pretend forever. One day, the true nature will come out. That is why, do yourself a favor. Courtship, knowing somebody for 6 months and marrying the person, it's not the way to go. Take your time. 9, does this person respect me? 10, is this person honest? Is this person honest? 11, is this person supportive? And not just, he's supportive. How do you know that? Don't just say, he says he will support me. No. There are always little things in which you see, is this person supportive? 12, why does this person love me? Always get to know. Why? If he loves you because of your figure, what will happen when that figure changes? Because it will change. If he loves you because you have twin towers, what happens when the terrorists call children, come in and knock it down? What will happen then? Will that person still love you? Don't kid yourself. Be interested. Why do you really love me? And in that same respect, why do you love this person? Don't just say he understands me. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He's saying he understands you now. He doesn't. Or he's the only person who is there. He's there for me. Really? 13, why do I want the relationship with this person? 14, how soon does this person want to marry? You should find out. I am always sad when a lady in her 30s falls in love with somebody who says, but I have to go to school. I want to go and do my master's and my PhD before I marry. Trust me, the two of you, your calendars are not working. Your schedules don't match well. 15, will I have to give up anything to make this this thing work, if I entered a relationship with this person, would I have to give up anything to make it work? And what is it that I will have to give up? Take that question seriously. 16, am I bringing anything to the table? If so, what is it? A relationship that is one way is not worth it. And there will be no respect in it. In the same way, 17, is this person bringing anything to the table? If so, what is he bringing? What contribution is he coming to make? What contribution am I making in this person's life? 18, is this person asking me to do anything that I know is not right? 19, are we prepared to give this time to grow and mature? Are we, as you and this person, are you prepared that no matter how much we feel about ourselves, we're going to give the same time to grow and mature? And 20, does this person have my values? Warning signs. There are warning signs that should always make you back off, or at least put your leg on the brakes, so that the madness of love does not sweep you away. Again, this is for your own protection. This is you protecting yourself. Because a love relationship is not what defines you, but it can destroy you. So, what are the warning signs? The things you should look out for that tells you, hey, take your time here, take your time here. 1, if the person keeps making demands, then watch it. This is a warning sign. It means the person is not in the relationship for your sake, but for what he can get from you, or she can get from you. 2, if the person is asking you to do something that is wrong, then that is a warning sign. Go and bring me the papers to your father's car, or to your family house, because I'm taking a loan and they said I should bring a collateral. So can you help me out? He's asking you to do something wrong. But I'll talk more about that later. 3, if this person is manipulating you to cut yourself from those who mean a lot to you, then that's a warning sign. You know that people come into your life, you are so excited about them, but they don't want you to make time for anybody. They don't want you to have friends. They don't want you to be there for any of the friends and the people in your social support system. If you find somebody like that, he wants to cut you off so he could hurt you. So protect yourself. Some of your closest people you can't cut off and should not sacrifice for anybody. It's not worth it. 4, when the person lies persistently. 5, the person does not introduce you to anybody, or when he introduces you, he doesn't introduce you properly. That's a warning sign. You know the people that you go out with and they meet friends or they meet colleagues and they tell, oh, excuse me, I'm coming. And they have such good time chatting with the people and you are standing there and they never introduce you. Now, when he does that, it doesn't matter, when he or she does that, it doesn't matter what reason he gives you, warning sign. Or those who says, meet Abisiga, a friend. Really? I'm your friend? Really? Just a friend? No. If the person doesn't introduce you properly, take that. It is a sign. So when people are introducing you, listen to how they introduce you. Because quite often, introduction is a code. It's a coded message. It is possible that the person is introducing you to, he is dating that person's sister or brother. So he has to introduce it well. No. Be interested. 6, the person does not want you to meet anybody in his life or her life. You've been dating this person for 3 years. He doesn't introduce you to any sibling, any friend. He hasn't taken you home to visit. He doesn't want to even come to meet your people. I call that the ghost lover. 7, the person wants you to compromise your values and your principles. Listen, nobody's worth you sacrificing your principles and values for. 8, the person wants only sex. Watch it. Because when you are relating to somebody who, anytime he comes to you, wants sex, you can be sure that you are not the only person who he's having sex with. And you'll note that those people, as soon as you have the sex encounter, they come up with a reason to leave. they will leave immediately because round 2 has to be in another venue and you will not be there. 9, the person continues to spend more time with members of the opposite sex even whilst he is still dating or courting you. If you find somebody who, whilst you are courting and as the relationship gets serious, still has so many people in the opposite sex that he gives so much attention to, please watch it. 10, nobody speaks well of this person. If you are relating to anybody who knows him, anybody you mention him to or her to, say, hey, this person, please don't say they don't like him. There's a reason why they don't like him. Dream on. 11, when the person is moving too fast. The person met you yesterday. He wants a wedding tomorrow. Be careful. 12, because when they are moving too fast, it's because there's something in their life they don't want you to discover too early. And they fear that if they prolong it, you'll discover it. So they want you where you've already committed yourself and there's no turning back. 12, when you don't speak this person's dialect, but he insists on speaking that dialect with his people and refuses to interpret it for you, that's a warning sign. So you don't speak Fanti. You are dating me. I meet my Fanti people and we talk Fanti. I know you don't know Fanti. When I finish, I don't tell you what we said in Fanti. You should get up and run. Because we just told you. We're going to one of the collapse banks to withdraw money and come and pay. So just be careful. If the person really loves you, knowing that you don't understand the dialect, he should be running a running interpretation for you. And he should not only tell you what they said. Be careful of that one too. When they go and he says that, oh, they said so and so and so and so and so, he should also tell you what he said. And note, if they speak for 10 minutes, and the interpretation he gives you is that I asked them how my father was, and they said my father is fine. In any language, it won't take 10 minutes. So if it took 10 minutes, then they were talking about something more than that. So you're lucky you went to school and you can pronounce it. 13. When he's not willing to teach you his language or her language, then you know this is a crooked person and a diabolical person at that. 14. Can you still function as a full human being in this relationship? If you ever are relating to somebody where your life comes to a standstill and you can no longer function fully as a human being, then something is wrong somewhere. Please get back the control. You are letting go. You are throwing your life away. So you get to the office and you can't work. That's not love. That's self-destruction. You know, you burn every food you are cooking because why have you burnt it? Oh, I was thinking about him. No, that is a warning sign. This is not a healthy relationship. So watch it. 15. If this person, especially if he's a male, is spending too freely on you and on your outings, and you don't know where the money comes from, for all you know, he's suffering it from shareholders in his bank. So be careful. Don't just say, oh, yeah, he's a very generous person. Generous, where does he get his money from? How does he get his money from? Before you realize, you know, when crooks steal from people to take care of you, they will eventually steal from you and go and do show somewhere else. So you should be careful. 17. Is his mother more eager for the two of you to be together than the person himself? If the mother, in particular, feels more invested in this relationship, and is the one calling you, and the one trying to, and even cooking for you, and trying to put you together and encouraging this to work more than her son himself, then you know the mother wants to offload him. He's damaged goods, and they want, hurry up and take him off our hands. 18. Do you feel oppressed or harassed or under stress in this relationship? Some relationships you get into and you really feel stressed every time. 19. Nobody in your inner circle likes him or her. whenever the people you love, the people who have been a part of your life, all of them have a consensus. We don't like this person. Please take it seriously. Take it seriously. Maybe they, with the benefit of not being in it emotionally, have seen something that you have shut your eyes to. Does he want to cut you off your support systems? I've talked about that. And 20, is this person trying to make you into somebody that you are not, into something different from who you are? Quickly, those you should not fall in love with. Again, you say madness is love, but get a little bit of grip. So in the madness, how do you protect yourself? These are a few of the people you shouldn't fall in love with. The person who keeps hurting you, no matter how much you like him, don't fall in love with this person. The person who keeps hurting others, workers, colleagues, siblings, because they will hurt you. 3, someone who has been in a relationship with a member of your close family who is still alive. In other words, if the person has dated your sister before, he is out of bounds to you. If the person has dated your father before, she is out of bounds to you. 4, someone who is a player, and don't tell me he will change. What is it about you that will make him change? If the person is a serial chaser, let him continue playing his game, but don't be one of his victims. 5, and falling in love with anyone when you are married to somebody else. Let me explain this. There are people who are married but have met somebody now who does things to their inside. And so now they think that, yes, I made a mistake. This is the person I should love. Hey, please slow down. You are making a big mistake. 6, someone who cannot show or express gratitude and appreciation. Don't fall in love with that person. 7, someone with poor hygiene practices. Please don't walk away, because there will be a source of pain and stress for you. 8, someone who is a bad citizen. In other words, somebody who doesn't care. He jumps red lights. You think it doesn't mean anything. He will get into trouble together with him or her. 9, someone who is violent. And then someone who is on the rebound. If this person is there, having just come out of a relationship, please don't give your heart to this person. He's on a rebound. If you do, 3 years down the line, he will come back and tell you he and the ex want to reconnect, and then you'll be left there.
3 years.
All right, the right person to fall in love with, let's quickly do this. Fall in love with somebody who is pursuing his or her dreams. 2, someone who is not idle. If you meet somebody who is idle, let them be there. That's not the person, but somebody who is not idle. 3, the person who shares your values and your principles and respects them. 4, someone who encourages you. 5, someone who you'll be fine without. Fall in love with a person who you don't need. That's what I'm talking about. If you need a person, don't fall in love with a person. You'll be needy, and the person won't respect you. Fall in love with somebody you want. So don't tell me, don't see the latest Mercedes-Benz and say, I need that car. Because without that car, you'll be fine. You would be fine. You want that car. That's another thing. But if you are ill, you need to see a doctor. That's the difference. You don't need this person. If you really need that person in your life, that's not a person to fall in love with, because you will never be an equal partner and a respected partner in the relationship. Who to fall in love with? 6, someone who is open and transparent. 7, someone who has self-control and does not throw tantrums when he doesn't get his way. Someone who you know is not perfect. If you ever are relating to somebody you don't know his flaws, you are not ready to take it to the next level. Take it to the next level only when you see he's human, she is human. Because I am amused that there are people who fall in love and they think that the person they fall in love with cannot even fart. You know, if you ever get to that point, no, you're not ready yet. How to fall in love? No, let me jump that one. We'll talk about those things later on. Let me quickly go to do's and don'ts. I'm jumping that because I have exhausted my time. Do's and don'ts, quickly. 1, don't underestimate your ability to deceive yourself. In a love relationship, half of the time we are deceiving ourselves. He's such a patient person. He's a very cool person. Meanwhile, we know the person. He's not cool. He's not cool. So don't underestimate your ability to deceive yourself. The Bible says that the heart of man is deceitful and desperately wicked. And you are his first victim, so be careful. 2, don't make your move too soon and don't commit too soon. You've met this person, your heart is pumping, you are excited about that person, don't make a move. Take it time. Give yourself time. You may wake up tomorrow and you find that, why, did I say I love that? Oh, me too. Give it time. 3, never surrender control of your life. So don't go into a relationship where you are no longer in control of your life. You become a puppet. Whatever they tell you, you are running and you are doing. 4, don't make too much financial investment in this other person. Please don't. 5, don't assume that marriage will follow. Don't take marriage for granted. 6, don't do anything that cannot be reversed in this relationship. Don't do anything that cannot be reversed. 7, don't sacrifice your family and your friends for this. 8, don't sacrifice your dreams and aspirations too quickly for this relationship. 9, get to know this person very well. 10, consult somebody you can trust. 11, don't attribute your happy feelings to this person. There are people who say, he makes me so happy. He makes me come alive. Listen, you are making yourself happy. It is within you. There are people who think that the wonderful feelings they get is because of this particular person. No. Those feelings you will get from anybody who comes that close to you. You know, for instance, if you're a man and you think that it is a woman in your life that makes you ejaculate, trust me, any other woman will make you ejaculate. So don't give the credit to them. It's just a purely biological thing. So don't attribute your feelings. The happy feelings you have, that person did not give you. And when that person leaves, he won't go with those feelings. They are your feelings. 12, don't keep your relationship a secret. Don't, please. 13, don't write the relationship into marriage. 14, don't move in too soon. And don't live in too soon. In other words, one of the companies I worked with, a young man meets a girl at Circle. They get talking, and then somehow it works. They spend the night together. The next day, when he got home, the girl had gone to pack her things and come. Don't move in too soon. Don't live in too soon. You'll kill even a good thing. 5, don't be spending too much money in this relationship. 16, never borrow or provide surety for this person, especially when it hasn't become marriage. Never. So the boy you're excited about comes and says, I have this dream. I want to set up a company to manufacture space machines. And then you say, how much would you need? He says, I will need 2 million Ghana cedis. And so, well, I have 1 million, but I can get a loan for you from the bank. Big mistake. Big mistake. 17, don't plan around this person too soon. In other words, don't relocate from Takoradi to Accra just because you fall in love with somebody. Don't change your plans until the two of you have gotten to the point of making a commitment, a serious commitment to each other. 18, make sure to meet that person's people and make sure he gets to meet your people. 19, Set limits in your relationship. 20, don't be scared to move on if you have to do so. Don't be scared to move on. 21, don't make excuses for this person. 22, don't make assumptions. 23, learn to ask the right questions. 24, never stop loving yourself. 25, don't give up your life and your interests except when this relationship offers you a far better life and much more interesting interest. 29, don't stalk this person and don't hound the person. This issue of you call, where are you? So what are you doing? So what are you? Who are you with? No. You are haunted. Don't go on the Facebook, on social media, and try to see what is he, what is on there. No. You are stalking. Out there, they would call the police on you. In Ghana, we don't have their numbers. 27, always remember that you'll be okay even without this person. Always keep it in your mind. 28, establish deal breakers for yourself. 29, ask yourself, if this relationship goes nowhere, what would I regret the most? Then when you answer that question, that thing don't do. Do you understand me? Ask yourself, if this relationship doesn't go anywhere, what would I regret the most? When you answer that question, don't do that until you guys are way advanced in your relationship. And finally, be willing to take the risk because it is worth taking the risk. If you don't take the risk, you will never know. Well, that is my presentation for today. Love is mad. And the topic was recommended to me by two of the mad people in my group, Kabute and Kwesi. So I thank you. Thank you for staying with us. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, I will field your questions and take your comments. So thanks, and stay on.
Honey, I have laid the bed. Baby, honey, tomorrow I have a meeting. I have a business meeting tomorrow.
Sir? Oh, sweetheart. Here, take this.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Untitled White at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
Right, thank you very much for staying with us, and thank you. Now, let the comments and questions flow. And remember, my one-man show would be on 1st and 2nd of September. I'd like to also make this announcement. The space we use for our studio is quite small. We would like to host people. We would like to host about at least a minimum of 50. So if you know of any property that we can hire and use for this ENCORE studio, that can, a property where we can set up our equipment and still host about 50 people, please let us know, and we'll be grateful. We'll go and take a look at it. All right, let's go.
From Ajwa Amwako, which one is the right way to fall in love?
Which one?
What is the right way to fall in love?
Well, I think the whole presentation, go over the whole presentation, and I think I've given quite a lot of material on that. Yes, let's go to the next.
Nana Kwesi Donko says, Uncle, your point about not falling in love with someone you are related to, please, does that include your friend?
Somebody you are relating to. And I haven't said that today.
No, you said your point about not dating someone you are related to.
No, I said don't date someone who has dated somebody who is closely related to you and who is still alive.
Okay. I think that's what he means. And he's asking, does that include a friend?
No, I'm talking about family member. I'm talking about somebody who has dated your sibling and one of your parents. That person is out of bounds to you.
Kofi Ayeki says, Uncle, I love this guy, but he has bad hygiene practices, and it puts me off. What do I do?
Walk away. Especially if that person is not going to change for you. You're going to spend the rest of your life with this person, and trust me, you don't like it today, you will never like it, and it will be a sore point between the two of you all the time.
From Nana Kwame on our YouTube channel, Uncle, what does it mean when a lady tells you, you give what you get?
Or what does it mean when a lady says, I do me? Some of those things, interrogate it if you want, but it may surprise you that she may have said this because she was upset with you. Upset because she wasn't getting her needs met, and yet she felt that you were demanding so much of her, and she's withholding it, and that's a defense to you. But have a chat with her.
Irama Darlene says, I don't date guys I am too attracted to.
Irama, it's a good point. And you laugh, but it is a good strategy. Because then you have control. As against the case where you are dating this person and you have no control and whatsoever. That is never healthy.
Nana Asiedua says, Uncle, we have made a lot of mistakes, but with these teachings, we are blessed.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy that you've learned something.
Uncle, from Patricia, can you also date your friend's ex? Sorry. Can you date your friend's ex?
And where's your friend? Has your friend moved on? If your friend hasn't moved on, and especially if it is not your friend who left this person and your friend hasn't moved on, for the sake of your friendship, sacrifice whatever you feel for this person.
Anthony.
Wait. Ken, what's your problem?
Ask for everything.
Connison.
Are you Ken?
Connison, you did? Yeah, what's your problem?
Should I wait for the friend to move on before?
Yes, you should.
Oh, Uncle.
If you're a good friend.
Yeah.
If you're a good friend, you sacrifice it.
He has chosen the kind of friend he is.
If you're a good friend, yes. Especially, Kwame now leaves Abiziga. Abiziga's friend is Kekeli. Abiziga turned to Kekeli to comfort her in the crisis. Abiziga is still weeping. The next she hears is that Kekeli and Kwame are going to engage.
And they are going to die together.
What kind of traitor are you?
Oh, they will die together.
Yeah, let's go.
From Mustafa, Uncle WHYTE, what does love is blind actually mean?
Means several things, but for now, let me just give you this. It means that when you are in love with somebody, you do not see what the ordinary person sees. You do not see the weaknesses and the faults of this person, because you are projecting a whole different character upon this person. And that is one of the most dangerous things about love, that for a moment you are blind to the person. Or you see it and it's even cute. It's nice. You know, you love him even the more for the very things you can't stand at the beginning, until later on when the chemicals have found their level and stabilized. Then you realize, hey, why do you chew with your mouth open?
Hey, my God.
Yeah, why do you chew with your mouth open? And meanwhile, in the past, you thought, oh, you should see him eating. He's so nice.
So cute.
Then later you look at, hey, Jai, what are you doing? Close your mouth when you eat. Yeah, let's go on.
Ikia Sabia says, Uncle, please, a distant cousin of my ex-husband is expressing interest in me. Their dads share the same daddy. He is a direct opposite to my ex. I asked him to seek his dad's opinion before we proceed.
And?
What do you say?
No, I'm interested in what the dad will say.
We don't know.
All right, so Ekuya, You wait till that he gives you the report of the dad, and you get in touch. I'll address the issue, but I'll leave it for the dad to address the issue. I'd like to see what the man was saying.
From Anthony. Uncle, I know her well, but I don't know her for long. Should I propose?
Then how do you know her well?
From a distance.
Oh.
He's visiting at the bank at the swimming
It's a no. So don't kid yourself. You don't know that person well. You know her, yes, but not as well as you need. Give it time. Yeah.
Joe says, is it normal for a guy to be in love with two women at the same time?
Yes. It happens. Let me say this. It happens. It's not normal. It's not abnormal. But it happens. What you do with that is a different thing.
From Solomon. Uncle,
Haven't you, the men here, haven't you watched a beauty contest? And out of, let's say, the 36 contestants that come and parade, you voted for 15 of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know? This one comes, hey, this one part there. Then the next one comes. You know? Yeah. Okay, let's go on.
From Solomon. Uncle, can someone marry without a reason?
Yes, a lot of people do so. A lot of people do so. Or even for the wrong reason. That happens a lot. It is not advisable, but we keep doing it. Maybe we keep doing it because nobody has told us not to do it. That is not wise. But we keep doing it. It's a very common phenomenon.
Nesbitt says, please, one of my invites is here. Can you give her a shout out? She is Ohima.
Hi, Ohima, from Nesbitt. Hey, wait, Nesbitt. So what's the connection here?
Invite.
Just an invite. Meaning?
He's grooming him for the ultimate.
Yes.
Nesbitt. Well, Nesbitt can take. He can take a joke. So, Nesbitt, I'm told that you are grooming her for the ultimate. Is that the case? But Ohima, happy that you could join us.
From Kiss. Uncle, I have this lady that I have dated for 2 years. I spend much on her, but she does not respect me. What should I do?
Stop spending on her, and let's see what happens. Boys, listen. When you spend too much on a girl, she takes you for a fool.
He said too much.
It doesn't make you. It doesn't brighten your chances. It just reduces who you are before them. So let's play the game right.
Uncle,
That's why they call you Mr. Otua, Alain. And no girl respects Mr. Otua.
Uncle, no girl.
Come again?
No girl.
What do you mean by no girl?
Oh, some women are different.
Different with what?
Oh,
with money?
Maybe she's using it.
All right. When you meet one, let me introduce the person to me. I haven't said they are not there, but I said if you know one, just introduce her to me.
Esther Lumo says, Uncle, I once met an elderly man who told me he dated for 9 years and never married her. Then dated for 6 months and went ahead to marry her. And the lady married her and left the lady in the long-term relationship. They are happily married for 15 years and still counting. So, Uncle, does it mean sometimes short-term relationships help?
How do you know they are happily married? Because there's a danger. The mere fact that they've lived together for 15 years doesn't mean that they are even properly, they are happy. Don't be fooled. The mere fact that they even come to church together doesn't mean they are happily married. If this has worked for them, good. But don't make assumptions.
From Angela, can you please ask your guy if he truly loves you? Is it good to keep asking him?
It is insecure if you keep asking. Ask from the beginning, but once he's assured you and is demonstrating it with his actions as well, stop asking because it will make you look petty and childish.
Pretty Sheikh says, Uncle, please, is it wrong?
Pretty what?
Sheikh.
Wow, not bad. I like the name.
Uncle, please, is it wrong to love blindly? And is it right for your partner and friends to to tag your love as madness and stupidity? And is it wrong to forgive your partner even when he cheats or treats you bad?
Pretty. Your question is not pretty. And you've put too many questions in there. Let's unravel it. Give me the first part.
Is it wrong to love blindly?
Is it wrong to cross the street blindly? Yeah, next question.
Is it right for your partner and friends to tag your love as madness and stupidity?
Your partner.
Well, it is not wrong for them to tag you. Tag your love as being mad. But you staying in love with a person who has just said the way you love me is mad, then the question must go to you.
And is it wrong to forgive your partner even when he cheats or treats you bad?
It is not wrong, but unless the person has given you evidence that he's changed and will not do it again, it is unwise and it is foolish to do so.
On WhatsApp, Uncle, can a lady propose to a guy she feels she can spend the rest of her life with?
Yes. Nothing says it is only the man. Some of these boys, if you wait for them, they will never open their mouth. They will come and sit by the pool and just dangle their legs in the, you know. But you see, the lady stayed that long in the pool because she was expecting Ronnie to make the move. She went home the saddest girl. She swam from 10 to 4.
Oh.
And she never got a phone number. She never got anything. Young lady, if you still remember the occasion, sorry. We apologize for him. We apologize. Oh, my goodness. You know, that girl broke every swimming record and still went home with nothing. And some of you think you've suffered for nothing. This one is the proper suffering for nothing. All right, let's go.
From Juliana. Uncle, please, what's your view on interreligious marriage? Can you do an ENCORE show on that subject?
On that one, okay. All right, I think it's a good suggestion. So someone please note that for me.
Mr. Yabua says, Uncle, some people born polygamous or what? I have seen that some hearts can actually love two people of equal measure, so much so that a dip in either side begins to affect the principal lover.
Common interest.
This is a banking system.
The hard wire, the hard programming, the default programming of a man is not monogamous. We've had to take that program off and reinstall a new program. Don't forget that monogamous marriages, especially for men, is a very new philosophy. It's a very new trend. As society has evolved, society has decided that this is better than a man having 2 or 3 women. But it's a default programming that a man needs to override with a better one and a new one. So take it that there's an upgrade to the operating system of men. So go get yourself a copy of that, and you'll be fine.
By the way, that was your son, Kovnai Boy.
No, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. I don't need to know.
From our YouTube channel, Uncle, what does it mean when a guy says he loves you for no reason? He says there is no reason and that he just wants to be with you.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So you have a fun. Treat that person as a fun.
Celebrity.
Yeah. Every now and then wave at him, hi, and then walk away. He's just a fun.
Francis is asking, Uncle, what sustains a long-distance relationship?
What?
What sustains?
What sustains long-distance relationship? Yeah,
So
data helps. The fact that we have even power helps. But hope. I think hope is what sustains it. Hope that would overcome everything. Hope that one day we'll not be doing this long distance and we'll be together.
Nana Ampon says, Uncle, a counselor once told me I can date 2 or 3 ladies at the same time, so I get to know the one I love. What's your take on that?
No comment. No comment, please. Let's go on.
Uncle, we have a question here that has been repeating itself, so I'm just going to ask it once and for all.
Okay.
Uncle, how do you deal with hygiene issues without a quarrel?
Address it. And if the person is not responding to it, I think it must be one of the deal breakers. Because trust me, it will put so much stress on the relationship if you don't think it is that important. I'm telling you as a married man, it is. So please, make it a deal breaker and say, I want to see this. You take your bath, wash the soap side off the wall. Don't leave the map of Africa and the map of Europe on the wall. We are not doing a geography lesson in the bathroom. You've gone to use the washroom. Please leave it better than you met it. Don't let me come to see your mess waiting for me. These are important things. So you wake up in the morning, please, please, please brush your teeth. You've woken up. Don't wake up and go through a day and come and sleep without taking your bath. Take your bath. You are not a goat. You know? No, because goats, they don't like water. Have you seen a goat? Try and wash a goat for you and see. I think we should have a competition one day of washing a goat and see the effect of that and see whether you will succeed. All right, let's take the last questions and I think we're done.
My fiancé and I had some issues recently, and he went to his longtime ex and asked for a comeback. I found out he apologized endlessly. He said it won't happen again, but is unwilling to stop being friends with her. The guy's brother told me that the lady once said, if I don't have this guy, no one will. Should I go on with the marriage?
I think it's the wrong time to ask the question. Before you became serious with this person, you should have known about the ex and found out what is the status. You remember one of the points I gave is that don't fall in love with somebody who is on a rebound because it won't help you. Don't fall in love with anybody who hasn't gotten over the ex because the ghost of the ex will hang over this relationship for the rest of your lives. And it's not worth it. And nobody deserves to put himself there. All right. Permission to run up. All right. I'd like to thank you for staying with us, for making the investment of time and data to join us. I'd like to thank the team for the good work they are doing, and especially for Ronnie, for showing us what to do when you wake up and all your clothes have been stolen and you are left only in your briefs, and that you can still go to town and start jogging and people will think you are training for the Olympic Games. And I'd like to thank Mr. Rekun, who always joins us every Friday. And for now, for you, may God bless and keep you and sustain you. And see you, God willing, next week. Hello. They call me Uncle WHYTE. I am the CEO of Roman Productions, but I'm also